What's up, everybody, and welcome back. We've got a really special video for you today. Recently, I was actually contacted by Hippie Crafter. It is a family-owned business out of South Florida, and they contacted me, seeing if I wanted to test out some of the products, see what I think. I'm really excited about it. Christmas came early for me. The packages came yesterday, so I wanted to get my whole area nice and refreshed for you all. And wanted to just go over a few of the products that I have, and then after that we'll get into creating. And at the end of the video, I'm going to give you my my likes and don't likes. Hopefully there's more likes than don't likes. And of course, if you guys have watched my video, I'm addicted to tape, so definitely artist tape was one of them. 0.6 inch wide, about 540 feet in total on this one. Got 3 in that pack. This is the exciting one right here. We have a acrylic paint set, 20 colors. I believe they are a 2 fluid ounce each, and the colors that it comes with are going to be titanium white, orange yellow, phthalo blue, viridian, lemon yellow, scarlet, ultramarine blue, burnt umber, mid yellow, burnt sienna, cobalt blue, raw umber, yellow ochre, rose, emerald green, Mars black, champagne, violet, pale green, and cold gray. So just like with my channel, Go With The Flow Creations, we are going to go with the flow and see what just comes up as I'm creating the piece, whatever inspiration I have to start it out. And before we get into that, I want to just touch on one thing on here. Canvases. 9 by 12 inch stretch canvas. It's a pack of 10. You can get canvases anywhere, but I have a little bit of OCD. And when I opened up this package yesterday, there's one thing that really, truly excited me, and I'm really excited to actually work with this. I'm going to flip it over to show you. So, as you know, if you do any type of acrylic pouring as well, you typically are taping the bottom, right? You want to keep this as clean as possible, as, you know, sort of professional as possible. If you sign the back or what, you just want it to look good, right? If you don't do acrylic pouring and you typically use brushes or you create landscape or whatever it is, you're going to varnish this. And if you use a liquid varnish, I always recommend taping off the bottom. You don't want those little droplet things coming right here, and you're going to have to cut them off and you can cut into the canvas. You really don't want that. So I always tape off here. Now, the one thing that typically happens to me when I am doing that is as I am peeling it off, these little flaps right here come up. And I don't like it because it sort of releases them from whatever state they were in. I absolutely love this when I open this up, because right here, if you look at the creases, these creases right here, each of them have a staple on it. And that right there, my OCD, that right there made me happy and made me smile, because I know that when I tape this off and then I peel it off, these are going to stay there. So I'm already really excited. I was excited before when Hippie Crafters contacted me, but I'm really excited now because of that right there. I mean, it sounds small, but hey, it's me, and that right there makes me excited. So, and before we get into the creation, don't forget, guys, Hippie Crafter is going to give each and every one of you that's watching this video and is interested in their product 10% off your first order. The code is going to be up on the screen. It's going to be in the video description. I'm also going to have links to these in the video description, and also the link to the affiliate program if you wish to order. It helps me out. Use the code for the 10% off. Save yourself some money. It's the holidays. We're all having to buy presents. Save whatever money you can. Get those creative products that you are desiring and save 10%. And these aren't just the only type of products they have. They're resin. They have different double-sided tape. They have different canvases. There's many different things. I would highly suggest checking them out. I'll put also their website in the description so you can see the different products. But don't forget, use that code, 10% off your first order. And I hope you enjoy. So let's go ahead and get into the creating, and I'll see you at the end of the piece. And before we jump into the creation, I always love this. You know, there's a lot of different products out there that you can get, but I love it when the company says thank you. So I'm just going to read their card real quick. Hippie Crafter, thank you. We hope you love our acrylic paint set as much as we do. If our paints do not meet your expectation, email us for full refund. How many places do that? How many places really actually say, you know what, if this doesn't meet your expectations, let us know and we'll refund you. They're standing behind their product. And plus, who doesn't love a thank you card? So, different types of products, more than what you just see right here. I've already been on their site. So, really looking forward to jumping into the creation. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to get some music in my ears and we're going to get to creating. And I'll see you after the creation of the piece. right, and the moment we've all been waiting for. Thank you so much for sticking through this video. I hope you enjoyed everything that you saw. This is going to be my review of the Hippie Crafter's products that were sent to me. So, first one, obviously I talked about it at the beginning, the canvases. Absolutely love how they stapled over the crease on the back of the canvas. That way, if you are taping the back to keep it nice and clean, you're not pulling that off after you've varnished, resined, anything like that, and worrying about that actual corner actually coming up. The other thing I really liked about the canvas, and this is why I normally work with larger canvases, because I've noticed some of the smaller level 1 canvases, when you open it, it has a little bit of, flimsiness to it. The canvases, you got to apply some water, spray it on, brush it on. That way it tightens up. There's not one single one of these canvases that I had out of this pack that I had to do that to, and I really like that. It's a small little step that a lot of artists probably have to do. I like it when I don't have to do it. And not one of these canvases did that. So I was really impressed with how well it stretched and how well it stayed. And in my opinion on these canvases, I would probably say out of 10 stars, I'm giving 10 stars on this. I was definitely impressed with that. It's the little things for me that make me say, okay, I really like this or I really don't like it. Could be my OCD. I don't know. Could just be the fact that I'm an artist. I don't know. So I really like the canvases. Very, very easy to work with. And yeah, so let's move on to the tape, because I love tape. I love clean lines. I was working on multiple different pieces at one time, as you saw, and I have a little drying area where I put them on a drying rack, and they're underneath an air vent that sort of speeds up the drying for me, because I do like to work on multiple pieces at once. And with these, I didn't let them dry as long as I normally do, because normally I let them dry for about 2 to 3 hours before I actually apply some tape. This tape right here was not a super strong adhesive, which worked out perfectly, because I was still able to apply the tape, paint on it, get my clean lines, and when I pulled that tape off, no paint came with it. And when I say no paint, I mean no paint underneath the tape. Because if you don't let your paint dry long enough, and you have a super strong adhesive, it will pull off the paint. And that's happened to me in the past, and it's very frustrating, because then you're like, oh, well, what do I do next? So the tape, love it. Only con I have on the tape is it wasn't wide enough. I did have to apply it multiple times, but I also knew what size it was when I ordered it. So I did have to apply, a few more different pieces of tape, but overall it was completely worth it. Especially scrapbooking, with this type of adhesive, it's not going to pull off the paper if you're working with anything like that. So, in my opinion, 10 out of 10 stars on the tape as well, because as you all know, I love tape, and I have tried many different types, and yeah, so let's move on to the paints, because that was exciting for me. One thing I really wanted to see out of these paints is, after applying it, after I'm done with the piece and I let it dry, does it lose its vibrancy? And it didn't, and I absolutely love that. Not going to name the paints I normally use. I use a couple different brands. They are, probably a level 1 type of paint. But those, once they dry, they do lose a little bit of their vibrancy. These paints did not. So I really, really liked that about these paints. The other thing I liked about them was you didn't need a lot of paint. It had a little bit of a thicker consistency to most of the colors. So you did not need as much paint to apply to the canvas, which I like that. Because you're not having to buy more and more paint. It's spreading, across the canvas good enough to where you're not having to use too much of it. So that is a plus right there. My only con that I have on these paints is that they're little 2-ounce bottles. And honestly, that's really not a con, but that's the only thing I could really think of that I didn't like about it. And it's still not really a dislike. I like the tubes. I like to be able to squeeze out the little last bit of drop of paint that I can get out of there. And these are in bottles, and I haven't gone down to the very bottom of it. I'm sure you can probably cut it open, scrape it out for, something that you're doing. But I was really stretching to try to find something I didn't like about the paint. And that's really it. And it's really not a big deal. somebody that's doing this as a hobby, even professional, it doesn't really matter. These paints will work for you. And I was very impressed. The vibrancy after it dried, like that right there, sealed the 10 stars for me. 10 out of 10 stars on the paints. And yeah, I was very happy with how all these products work together. I was trying to do not all, but a majority of my different techniques that I use in some of my paintings. I didn't want to just work on one. I wanted to try different things that I normally do to see how these products work. So in my opinion, Hippie Crafters, these 3 products right here, and they have many more products you guys can check out, but these 3 products right here, 10 out of 10 stars in my opinion. Nothing really negative in my opinion on it. Couple cons, but they're not really cons. So yeah, so I'm really excited to be able to do this for you guys. I'm really excited and thankful for Hippie Crafters to reach out to me to actually test their products. And I was just super stoked, super excited to do this. And just you guys stay tuned. 2025, it's going to be an amazing year. I'm going to put out some really amazing videos. I'm going to sort of branch away from just the typical demonstration videos that I do. I'm definitely going to do some how-tos. I've had a lot of people ask me, what type of tape do I use? How do I get the clean lines? All that stuff. So I'm going to actually do some how-to videos when it comes to the clean lines, what products I use, what products I found that work amazing. Blending, using the rollers, all these different things that you see me do in the video without really much instruction for you. I'm going to put that into videos for you guys. That way I can hopefully help you guys take your art to the next level, because I appreciate each and every one of you that are subscribed, that tuned in. Even if you're not subscribed and you watch my videos every single time, I appreciate you. I thank you guys for the likes and the comments, and you guys really do mean the world to me. So I want to put these videos out. 2025, it's going to be an amazing year. We're going to take this channel to a whole nother level, get you guys some nice how-tos, inspiration, all of that. And, I just really appreciate you guys sticking till the end. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. And I hope you all, with this being the end of this year, I hope you all, wherever you are, no matter what you believe, it doesn't matter. I hope you have a happy holiday, Merry Christmas, whatever it may be for you. I hope you have just an amazing end of the year. And I look forward to seeing you guys in 2025.